Hi YouTube, it's Carrie, Lady BSG, here with my week 36 post-op update. Today is December 14th, 2015. I had my VSG surgery April 6th. Did I say 2014? It's definitely 2015. Anyway, I had my VSG surgery April 6th, 2015 in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the Obesity Control Center. My highest weight was somewhere between 315 and 320. I'm not actually sure kind of where I was in that range. When I actually booked the surgery, I weighed 301.8 pounds. The day of surgery, I weighed 272. And today I weighed in at 185.3. So a loss of 2.1 pounds over the past week and a total loss of 116.5 pounds. Basically since January. So I'm really excited about that. It's been almost a year, and I'm down to just an overweight BMI. My BMI is down to 29. Let me see. I got to open up my Fitbit app. Tell you So according to my ARIA scale, my body fat percentage is down to 37.5. When I had the surgery, I was up at like 48 or 49%. So I mean that's coming down. That's good. That comes down a lot slower for me, and I'm sure part of it's because I'm still not amazing at doing any sort of weight training. So that's going to be important, because that's where, if I am increasing muscle mass, then I will be decreasing overall body fat percentage a little faster. And I haven't been doing that lately, so that's definitely something that I could improve. In terms of what I'm eating, I'm still having the gallbladder attacks, and it's really annoying. I had another attack on Saturday morning, and I think what caused it that time was I'd been wanting to shove chips and dip in my face. And so I made some homemade ranch dip with just some Greek yogurt. I buy the Faye stuff because it's usually for the size cheaper. And it comes in a big tub that has the resealable lid, which I like better than the individual portions. I typically am not going to eat like the whole, like the small little cup that Faye comes in. And especially if I'm doing something like ranch, I want it to be like, I'm going to put it in a little Tupperware anyway. Anyway, long story short, so I buy the bigger Faye thing, and I have the Costco thing of Hidden Valley just like seasoning. And so I can make up just however much ranch that I think I'm going to want, and sort of make it to taste. And then I bought those bags of like those tiny, they're like little bell peppers, and they're specifically meant for snacking. And so I thought, like, instead of chips and dip, I'll have sort of this ranch yogurt that I made, and then dip the little bell peppers in it. And I had like 5 of them, and they're not spicy, so I didn't think anything of it, because they were saying like, oh yeah, gallbladder attacks, fatty foods, spicy foods are the most common triggers, because like your body uses bile to break those things down, so your gallbladder is going to be involved in that digestion. So avoid those things and you should be okay. And it did not occur to me that even though these aren't spicy peppers, they are still peppers. They're still going to have, those oils or whatever it is in the seeds that sort of trigger. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Excuse me. That sort of trigger attacks. So of course I ate 5 of them, which, it's fewer chips than I wanted to shove in my face. And it seemed like such a healthy choice. And then I woke up and it actually wasn't the middle of the night. It was actually, like 7 a.m. I mean, I didn't go to bed till like 1 or 2. And I was probably eating these things around 11 or midnight. But still, like hours later, I woke up and I was just like, oh sweet. I'm starting to have an attack. Freaking A. So dealt with that. That sucked. And then afterwards, like I don't know how everybody else is, but when I'm any kind of sick, like I'm just exhausted afterwards. And so then I went back to bed, and I slept until like, I probably went back to bed around 8:30, because this was all happening around 7 a.m. went back to bed around 8:30, and I think I woke up at like noon, you know. And then I went and met my sister. My cousin was in town because she's down from Seattle, so we met her at this food truck station, I guess. There's a bunch of food trucks sort of around like an enclosed seating area, which is really nice. And I had pho for the first time, which is really good because I had just had the attack in the morning, and I was like, I kind of want something that isn't going to sit really heavy on my stomach, and so soup seemed like a really good option. And they had pho, and I'd never tried pho. Turns out pho is delicious. I was a little worried because there was beef in it. I got a beef pho. I'm not even sure I'm saying it right. Is it pronounced pho? Anyway. So I was a little bit worried because you can kind of see, it's got some oil on the top of it, not anything, it's not like a big thing of oil, but so I was a little worried that maybe it would be too greasy and maybe it would trigger another attack, but it was delicious and I was fine. So that worked out really well. But yeah, in terms of eating, I'm just basically doing the protein shakes and salads and things and just trying to avoid further attacks. I contacted my surgeon, still waiting to hear back to see if we might have to move up my surgery date, which I'm not thrilled about because my December schedule is already on the books. And if I have to take time off for surgery, that basically my concern is that it's going to screw over my coworkers because they're going to have to cover my shifts. And I feel bad doing that because like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm a doormat, but yeah, like I feel bad having to negatively influence my coworkers' lives because I know how irritated I get when I have to cover their shifts because they call in sick. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, like I might have to have the surgery earlier because it sucks. It's not fun. It's incredibly unpleasant, and I don't want to deal with this. Like I'm over it. I'm over it. Just cut it out. I'm over this. So we'll see. Yeah, waiting to hear back from him. I'm excited about the 2-pound weight loss. I feel like it probably would have been more, except yesterday I was doing homework and I gave the rest of the bag of the peppers to my sister and her husband because obviously it's like, well, I'm not going to eat these. And so I had wheat thins and stuff left over from my birthday party like a month ago, and I was like, well, I guess I'm literally going to eat chips because I'm writing a paper, I'm doing homework for my classes. This is finals week. Like, I want something crunchy, and I want something crunchy covered in ranch, And so I had like seven wheat thins. Like, yeah, I counted 7 wheat thins and like 5 Triscuits. So, way more chips than I should have eaten, which would probably have been 0. But I didn't have an attack. I didn't get all of my water in, but I was much better getting it in over this weekend than usually I am on my days off, so I think that helped too. I'm a little bummed. Like, I'm excited about the weight loss because I feel like I'm back on track. I'm bummed about it because I know that the reason it's coming off sort of rapidly again, like over 2 pounds in 1 week, is because I'm doing the protein shakes for multiple meals a day. And that's not like a sustainable thing for me to do for the rest of my life, I want to get back into the place where I'm like developing healthy habits and eating the way that I intend to eat for the rest of my life. And obviously this is a little glitch, and once the gallbladder's out and I don't have to worry about it trying to kill me in the middle of the night anymore, I can go back to that. So, I mean, I guess for the time being, I should just be thankful and sort of take this as the opportunity to lose additional weight, prior to that surgery. And then, like, should try to get back on track with the eating healthy, like developing healthy eating habits and all that stuff afterwards. So I should just be thankful, I suppose. But in terms of the protein shake, I wanted to share what I was excited about finding this week. So typically when I make my protein shakes, because I put them in my little blender bottle thing that holds, I think it holds a pint because I do 2 cups of liquid. So typically I will do 1 cup of milk, and if you don't like milk, or if you use almond milk or soy milk or whatever, like, do your thing. It literally doesn't affect my life. This is how I like my protein shakes. So I do a cup of milk and then a cup of water because I want the fluid, but I didn't want all the calories. So I usually do half milk, half water. Lately, what I've been doing is half milk and half cold brew coffee. I love coffee. I love mochas. And so, you know, coffee doesn't have any calories. It gets the fluid in. Probably not something I should be doing with multiple shakes a day, just because coffee does have kind of a diuretic effect on people, specifically me. But, you know, especially for my breakfast shake, you know, and it gets me a little caffeine, and then I don't feel sick to my stomach trying to get in like my cup of coffee and my protein shake. But so, and my protein powder is chocolate flavored because I love chocolate. So what I've been doing is like the half cold brew coffee, half milk, my chocolate protein powder, and then like I was trying with the peppermint extract, which I looked at the bottle and I don't know why it didn't occur to me before, but extracts are usually like mostly alcohol. So the bottle literally says like 91% alcohol and then like peppermint essential oils or whatever. And it has a weird taste, you know, not like when I go order a peppermint mocha or something. Like there's a very specific smell and taste to this peppermint extract, and it's, you know, it tastes fake, but in a different way than like a flavored syrup would taste fake. And I was complaining about it to my sister, and I'm like, I honestly think maybe I'll just buy some peppermint candies and throw those in the blender, because the taste is like, it's just off enough that it's like I can deal with it in the shake, but I'm not really liking it. And she goes, why don't you just buy some of the flavored syrups like they would be putting in your coffee? And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? So because I'm lazy, I went on Amazon and I ordered them all in sugar-free because, you know, I'm trying to avoid excess sugars and stuff in my diet. But I ordered a peppermint one, an almond one. I think I ordered like a pumpkin pie or a pumpkin spice because I like that flavor too. And so I figure all of those will taste good in my protein shakes. I'm really excited for them to come. I'm also, so instead of doing the peppermint extract, I've been putting in like a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and like 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon into my shakes. And that tastes good too. So those are sort of my little protein shake recipes that I'm working on right now. I'm almost out of milk, but I do have some eggnog in the fridge. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try doing half coffee, half eggnog. The eggnog usually I cut down when I drink it. I usually cut it with milk anyway because it is so thick. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I'll do like more than half coffee and then like, you know, like less eggnog than I would usually put in milk, or maybe I'll do like the half coffee and then part eggnog, part water, just because I don't mind my protein shakes being on the thinner side. And then, yeah. I'm not a big fan of really thick shakes, so I usually thin them out anyway. But yeah, I'll figure that out and I'll report back. But that's kind of what I'm doing with my protein shakes, since they are the staple of my diet currently. And I'm not having any problems with eating the salads. Somebody at work warned me that when she's having gallbladder problems, the salad can trigger dumping syndrome, which it hasn't for me. I'm not really worried about it. Honestly, I would rather deal with dumping syndrome than with the gallbladder pain. So it didn't deter me from eating the salad in the first place. And so far I haven't had any negative consequences to the salad. So I guess it's something to keep in the back of my mind, but so far it hasn't seemed to have affected me. So that's nice. So that is all for now. I will check in with you guys next week, and I hope you're all having a great December and are doing really well. Okay. See ya.